The new gaslighting coming out. The latest new gaslighting. Anti-chippers are the latest group of awful people we now have to worry about. As if these troubling times haven't already encumbered us enough challenges. They're paranoid. They don't believe in science. These people here, they believe in science like it's a damn religion. They don't even question science when it's wrong. Many have white supremacist tendencies, and most importantly, want you to know microchip implants are super duper scary. They're anti-chippers. So if you don't like something, you're obviously an anti-person. Well, that's lunatic talk. You know what's really weird? Is the chip looks exactly what is described in the Bible. And they've got literally dozens more brain cells than your average anti-vaxxer. Oh, they're worse. Anti-chippers are worse than anti-vaxxers. First of all, there's no such thing as an anti-vaxxer. There's people that just don't like vaccinations and don't want to take one. Anti-vaxxers, that word terminology is just to gaslight you. Like anti-chippers. Don't you remember Trudeau saying that was a conspiracy theory? The coronavirus pandemic has brought the world's most brilliant, devious minds scrambling to find ways to make new treatments for money, vaccines, and ways to improve your health. So how's the health going for the world? Oh, 30 million excess deaths. Coronavirus, 7 million. One such savior is Bill Gates, the child-loving philanthropist who got kicked out of India. I wonder why. Founded Microsoft. Child-loving philanthropist. Yeah, this person was living 6,000 special photos. Can't talk about these photos. Okay? And he apparently didn't know. Give me a break. Guy didn't even do, I don't think he even did a day in jail. Yeah, he loves children, all right. So back to the fun-loving, child-loving philanthropist who founded Microsoft. His proposal is to put a tiny bit of silicone under everybody's skin to improve lives by reducing health cost cares, because he pays for it, okay? This unelected person, he's been paying for it. Even though you cannot see it come off his original sum of money. No. Pays it with the other people's money. And keep track of the unhealthy. Oh. Keep track of the unhealthy. Why? Now, what could be possibly bad about health professionals and doctors keeping Americans safe and healthy? You'd be surprised or not. Well, you know what? They came in number 1 for deaths around the world for the virus. They're not even the most populated country, so something's pretty fishy there. The anti-Semitic origin of anti-chippers. Oh, you know, let's just go through this, even though this kind of makes me sick. When you examine the undercurrent of the anti-chipper movement, that used to be a conspiracy theory, but you just had to wait for a couple of years to find out you're now an anti-chipper. You went from a conspiracy theorist to an anti-chipper. One horrid realization towers above all other. Anti-Semitism is the festering at the root of this evil. Of course, not all anti-chippers are anti-Semites, but that doesn't change the fact that they are engaging in conspiracy theory. Oh, really? What is that? Is it the conspiracy theory that there's a chip for us? That was a conspiracy theory a couple of years ago, propagated by anti-Semitics who feel fear over what the elites or the globalists would do to you. This coded anti-Semitic language and dog whistling, according to lauded civil rights,
hostility to or prejudice against Jewish people.
Wow, that's another big gaslighting. I'm half German Jewish. And you know what? I'm not an anti-chipper. I'm just a plain flat fuck you. I don't want your garbage chip in my hand. Okay, back to this. So, one of the leading voices of the anti-chipper movement is none other than Kanye West. Yay. Who said they want to put a chip inside all of us. Oh, well, that was supposed to be a conspiracy theory in 2020. That there was a chip in the magical cure. Turned out to be a conspiracy theory. Kenya said they want to put a chip inside of us. Who is they? In this case, West clarified that the group they is coded language for Jews in the 2020 interview. Oh my God. So you're going to take West and then put this whole paintbrush on everybody? As a half-Jewish person, I find that anti-Semitic. I really do. Whoever wrote this must be an anti-Semitic. In the interview with Forbes, West also said the microchips are the mark of the beast, and they want to put the chips inside of us, and they want to do all kinds of things to make it where we cannot cross the gates of heaven. Yeah, that's in the Bible. You know, you have to study secret societies and Luciferians to know that they probably know the Bible way better than even most preachers. This appeal to religion, while perhaps innocuous to the untrained ear, this is truly anti-Semitic in the nature when you consider who is saying this. Yeah, but I'm not taking a fucking chip, even if it costs me my head, okay? And I'm half German Jewish. I walk around the world with a German Jewish last name. And you are gaslighting me. So they're just basically radical Alex Jones. Well, a lot of his conspiracy theories turned out to be true. Not all of them. So, implants are inevitably, but that's a good thing. Yeah, you're going to get a chip. There's nothing nefarious about advancement in health technology. I don't know. I'm going to take a look at none of you guys here in mainstream news talk about the 30 million excess deaths versus the 7 million, keeping us safe, and America at number 1 for deaths without even being the number 1 populated country. They blew everybody away. So nothing nefarious. Really, honestly, that's not what it says in the Bible. And honestly, you have to believe the Bible after you study secret societies and Luciferianism and Satanicism, because they all believe. They just mix it up and change things. To be honest with yourself. Are you callous enough to suggest people with prosthetic limbs can't cross into the gates of heaven because they have a microchip? Oh, I don't say that. You can check the Bible. Why would you even talk about heaven, and the Christian heaven without checking out the Bible? Quite frankly, I live in a neighborhood where the one-legged people have to roll around in an old-fashioned wheelchair because nobody cares. So shut up. Shut up. Oh, and they don't have to be one-legged people in my neighborhood, but a disease. They're allowed to get diseased and be on hard drugs till they lose a limb. Shut up. As microchips become normalized, it seems natural. This is really making me sick. It really is. Because I can feel the evil off of this. This is why anti-chippers are obnoxiously fighting tooth and nail to prevent this. And this was just a conspiracy theory out of the mouth of Trudeau. Without hate, poverty, or dehumanizing. I'm living in a toilet. How dehumanizing is that? Chipper dystopia. Honestly. Let's see who wrote this. That doesn't even look like a real name.